Hello followers and welcome back to MrMFretwell Plays Minecraft, and in today's episode I want to kind of get that storage room built so that I can actually store all the stuff that I have lying around all over my base here. It's quite a mess at the moment. Between this and the last episode, let me just give you a quick recap of what I've well, tell you actually, not recap, tell you what I've done. I hooked up the redstone to these. I actually forgot to do that. I emptied the ender chest, organised all that stuff. I've continued the bushes. This one still needs an extra leaf, but I actually have run out. But there are more bushes here now. I think they add a nice effect. I've played around with this, and I've got this to kind of see what that looks like. I think it looks pretty cool. I may change it up later though. I turned this into stone bricks, obviously where the record station is. I do have a plan for something to go on this wall and something to go on that wall. And the main project I've been working on is this, the tree farm. I ripped everything out because I knew I had to get the ceiling done, and it's about halfway done. It's a tedious process because I can't reach the ceiling without some form of aid, so I have to put these barriers across. But I'm slowly but surely decorating out the ceiling. I put in these wall lights, which are pretty cool. So I completely gutted out the tree farm, and I've been at this probably now for maybe 3 or 4 hours, so it's kind of got quite boring, to be honest, and I've had to make a couple of nether trips for glowstone and stuff like that too, so it's been quite tedious to try and get those things done. So I'll probably come back to this a little later off camera and replant all the saplings once again. But it's making steady progress. I'm pretty happy with the way the walls have turned out. This I wanted to make a bit nicer than this, but with the shrine being directly above, I couldn't really do much else with it than this. So, while it's not great, it's gonna do the job. And this won't stay here. This is just what I've been working on. This is the amount of wood I've got out of it from harvesting it. And a lot of saplings. These are all the apples I had that I put together, so I have a lot of wood, which is great for the storage room. This is just full of cobblestone. If you remember, there was a chest in there. I actually moved that out here at last and actually got that moved. Aside from that, really, I also extended the corridor here to the zombie grinder, like I said I was going to do. I've added the pumpkin lights around and finished those off a bit more. I've took a bunch of torches down that were kind of just no longer needed with the new lighting in place. Aside from that, really, I haven't done too much else. I did go to the nether a couple of times and get some glowstone, but I didn't go back to the fortress. I only just went to get the glowstone. Now, I did die once off camera. I took a big fall in the nether. In hindsight, it was my own stupidity, really, that cost me. I was about 60 blocks up in the air trying to reach glowstone on netherrack, and I just knew a ghast would shoot at me, and sure enough, one spawned and one shot at me, and I ended up taking a tumble. Didn't lose anything valuable though. The only thing I did lose was some stone tools which I took with me, and my iron armor aside from my boots. Other than that, I actually managed to keep everything else, which is really good. I did actually have my silk touch pick on me at that particular time, and this fortune pick, so I was quite worried as to if I lost that or not. So in the end I didn't, so I'm pretty happy about that. But at the end of the day, that was just kind of a bit of a pain. It was a bit of a drag. Had to recollect all my stuff once again. But aside from that, I haven't done a whole lot, to be honest. Not a lot at all. Just kind of fixed up stuff as I was going to do, as I said I was going to do. So that's all I've been really working on. I haven't been back to the branch mine or anything like that and done any mining, so you're not missing out on anything there. I brought my tools over. I can't believe I'm using a stone sword. I've got this very nice sword in here, and I'm just not using it. For some reason I've just had an obsession lately with using stone tools for everything, and it's not really been the best idea because it's making things take forever, which is probably why that tree farm has got quite tedious, because I've done most of it with stone tools. But nevertheless, I do need to bring some wood over to actually make the chests. This storage room that we're going to work on is not going to be super advanced. I just want something that's kind of functional. It looks quite nice, but I'm not looking for something with pistons and all that stuff. I just want something very simple and just kind of easy to use, really. So we're going to build it behind here. We have these two arches here, and I'm going to build the storage room back into this. This wall I actually am going to use for something which we will probably look at fairly soon, but I want it kind of behind there because it kind of tucks it away nicely. It's within good access of the furnace room, which is very important, and also it's within good access to the general central cave area where I've got access to eventually farms and things like that. I'm going to actually have access to everything that I own fairly locally, if that makes sense. So I'm going to move these. Now, the thing I'm really short of more than anything else is leather for the item frames. I actually haven't got much leather at all, and I've been farming cows a little bit, but I have to say not too much. I also did fill in a few more holes that were up there that were letting monsters in, and I guess it's helped a bit, but it's not really had any noticeable effect. And so yeah, why don't we just get on with starting to build this thing. I do want some dirt so that I can spread grass. Obviously down that corridor we're going to need to expand that right now, I guess. So let me see here, I've got dirt and I've got grass. I hear a spider, it's okay, they're upstairs. Anything else I want out of here? I guess I'll take those. Do I want anything else? Not really. No, actually yeah, I want those. But do I even have any blaze rods left? No, so they're kind of pointless at this moment in time. I do need to go back and get some more blaze rods. That's a really big priority. And we'll probably do that next episode. I'm going to go back to the nether fortress and do some nether hunting and get some better tools and bits and pieces, stuff like blaze rods out of there. Now, this storage room probably won't take very long. So this is probably going to be either a shorter episode or we may go and do something else. I do have another project in mind, but that one might take a little longer. So I probably won't get to do that today. I'm going to try and keep these episodes short. It's what people seem to prefer, so I'm going to stick to doing that. If you want to share any feedback with me on that, then feel free to put it in the comments. So this corridor, I'm going to go as far as there. That's going to be plenty of room for what I need to achieve. Do I hear a zombie again? I thought I did. Oh, these guys, they just don't leave you alone. I tell you something, 1.6 is a lot more laggy than 1.5 was. I can assure you of that. It's a lot more laggy, unfortunately, and we've got the annoying zombie AI change as well, which has to go down for me as probably the worst change that I've ever seen since I've been playing the game. Just for sheer annoyance value, if anything. Don't have much glowstone to play with, so we're going to have to kind of manage that effectively. So, let's get Worker out. Worker's going to do the job for me here. I'm not going to use that. I guess we could use the stone pickaxe up because it does really need just getting used up, really. I hear another one. There we are. Oh, there's a bunch of them. You can't get things done. That's the annoying thing. They're not a threat. If they were a threat, then yeah, alright, but they're just not a threat anymore. Once you've got iron armor on, they're just not a threat. They just become a bit of an annoyance, and you can't get things done effectively. So if there was one change I wouldn't like, it's definitely that one, without a doubt. It's just on sheer annoyance value. And I'm not the only person who feels this way either. If you check with the general community, most people find it annoying. It causes lag on servers because they try and path to unreachable targets, which is quite a major bug on the Mojira webpage. Aside from that as well, many YouTubers that I've seen have criticised the change and said it's not very good, it's just not really adding anything, it's just an annoyance. I would have to agree with them, honestly, on that, because the actual usage of it is just pointless. It's not worth it. For me, I would have left them alone. They were okay enough as it was. With the 1.5 change that was made, that they seeked you out from 16 blocks. Now it's like 60, and it's just ridiculous sometimes just how far they will go. See that guy down there? He's trying to find a path to me now, but it will probably take the long way around and come around here and do it that way. And that can be really annoying. You know that they're coming, so it's not like a surprise. It's just kind of, oh, here we go again. Let's fight zombies again. Oh, lovely. So I kind of wish that if there was one change that they said, okay, one change that you don't like, we will remove, I would have said that one without a doubt. I know some people criticise the skeleton change, and at the time I was kind of a bit on the fence about the skeleton change with the rapid fire mode, but honestly that's peanuts compared to this in terms of annoyance value, because it really is just so annoying. He's actually right there. He's down there. So I would recommend that gets reversed personally, but some people may like it. I know that some people have voiced their opinions in saying that they like it. Probably not going to start an argument here, but probably those people don't live underground. I'm going to be perfectly honest. They probably don't live underground, so they don't experience what I have to experience. I know that a lot of people like to live above ground, and my next base in this world definitely will be above ground, so that I don't have to experience this change enough. And some people say, oh, just jump into bed, it'll be fine. No, it won't. Underground, being in a bed is not going to help you, is it? So, I don't know, I'm not trying to start an argument here or go on a rant about the change. It's just, it becomes a little bit of an annoyance after a little while. I mean, it was okay at first, but now it's just kind of meh. It's, for me, I just don't like it. So that's my thoughts on that. Honestly, there's not a whole lot more I could say, particularly in relation to that. But there you go. That's my thoughts on the zombie change, if you were interested to know that. If I was living above ground, I probably wouldn't moan as much, because, yeah, you can just use a bed, skip the night, do your building, whatever. And when you're actually out fighting, then it makes sense, because you want to fight hordes of them to get XP and also to really test you and challenge you. But there is a time for fighting, and then there is a time when you want to focus on other things. And people have come up with the general consensus fix, oh, just play on peaceful. Well, no, I don't want to do that, because then I remove the hunger, obviously, because you don't get hungry on peaceful. Or some people, I think it's nerfed quite a lot on easy, but the problem with that is, if you play on easy, then cave spiders don't poison you, and other mobs do less damage. You may want mobs to do more damage, and this is why I proposed this, I think a couple of episodes back, a sort of like a monster tweak type thing, where you can actually choose individual monsters' characteristics and the way that they behave, so whether they're armoured or not, whether they have enchanted weapons or not, whether the zombies pathfind to you through that longer amount, or whether, for example, skeletons rapid fire or not, those kind of things. I think that would put an end to the endless bickering of whether this change should have been implemented into the game or not. Just having a tweak like that to turn it off would be fantastic. That guy, man. But there's my thoughts on that for you guys. So yeah, I would have to say that the zombie change probably tops creepers blowing up all your chests. I would shoot that out there, but then again, that hasn't happened to me, so I probably I certainly don't know what that would feel like, so I probably shouldn't comment on that too much, because we're only asking for trouble then, aren't we? Okay, I've died enough today, just the once to the gas, I don't need any more. I do think that these changes are all trying to replicate the old school game, where before we had hunger, it was like 3 hits and then you die. But to be fair, the monsters were kind of stupid back then. They were very easy to take on if you knew what you were doing. And I think that's why some people kind of criticised the hunger change, because it just made it more tedious. But honestly, I liked the hunger change. It was a good change for me. But now it just seems like we're trying to replicate that, and I get what they're doing, but it's not, for me, working. I'm going to be perfectly honest, it's not really working for me. So, but don't get me wrong, I don't criticise Mojang personally. As people, I respect them greatly. For the time and effort that they put in, they deserve some respect. I know some people raged at them and all this, that and the other, but honestly that is not very fair. They are a hard-working team. They really do put a lot of time in. They give up weekends and work days that go beyond the normal 9 till 5. So I can't criticise them for that, really. They do try their very hardest, so I will not criticise them at all on that front. Now what I'm trying to go for here is I'm trying to break out into the other cave where the cave spiders are. But I don't think we're going to hit that because we're way ahead of that now. I think, no, we're not actually. We're not quite that far, I don't think. Well, no, maybe 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I would have thought I would have hit it by now, but I guess that... Oh, it's right here, I see. So yeah, we did go a bit past it. I don't want to go beyond the cave spiders because the cave spiders are going to have a trap there eventually. Ah, so it was right here. We dug way past it. The cave spiders are going to have a trap. Besides, I don't need a storage room that's that big because I'm going to try and compact everything in. So here's my, here's where my limit's going to be. Right there is where my limit is. So I do have a good amount of room. Yeah, there's the cave spider spawner right there. So I do have a good amount of room here to actually work with. So now it's just a case of carving this out basically, and my chests are going to go in here. I'm going to have a walkway through the middle, similar to this corridor right here. In fact, I might make it the same. I was thinking of putting stone bricks down here actually, but we may end up changing that a little bit. I don't know yet. We'll have to see on that one. Do I have a shovel on me? No, I don't. Never have a shovel. I will actually go and make one in a minute because I need a shovel for this. Instead of trying to keep digging out little bits with your hand, it's far more efficient to use a shovel. So we just kind of want to expand to here. Yeah, I want to put stone brick slabs in the floor so it doesn't matter if monsters, if it's dark, because monsters won't spawn. Because I want to put a light system on here so that I can actually flick the lights on in here, and I'm probably going to use a T flip-flop for that or something like that. For right now, we're just going to hook it up to a lever because I will need to figure that part out off camera, and then I'll probably bring you back in either next episode or at the end of this one when I've actually got that in place. Just a very simple lighting system, nothing too technical. So here we go. Let's get the rest of this carved out. I'm obviously going to have to block that off to stop things from coming at me from that direction, but that's all going to be in due course. So this is going to be the actual width of the area. All the chests are going to go in here. Now, I'm thinking of putting my wooden beams for the actual item frames to go on, obviously right here. And then the chest obviously sits comfortably in the wall, nice and snug right there. Now, the only problem I have with doing that is if I do it the other way, do I want the... Yeah, I would want these right here so that I would look at it the opposite way. Or I may do something whereby it's exactly the same here. Everything is to the right, so the thing would be here instead. That may work as well. I don't know whether I want it symmetrical or not yet. We're obviously going to need to open this up here as well. Where does that peer out to? Does that actually peer out? Oh no, it doesn't go into the main room, so that's okay. I do want to leave obviously a bit of a gap there so that I can put glowstone in or whatever, so that the chest can open. At the top we're going to have 4 double chests per rack, so that's going to give me plenty of room, plenty to play around with there in terms of that. So let's grab a stack of stone bricks. I do have some slabs actually already that we can play around with for just a little while and try and get a feel for what we want to do in this room. So we're going to put these down here. So the chests are going to be right here. They're going to sit on normal stone brick blocks. And we're going to have... that could be a problem because I do want stone bricks right there. No, actually I just want normal stone right here. Well, I guess it's not the end of the world to just replace that particular section if it looks the same both sides. But... I guess it will be okay. I am not 100% sure on that yet. But if I do something, I kind of commit to it, so I don't want to move the whole storage room just for that. We'll see what it looks like with chests in it, actually. We do have, what, 6 planks here and a bunch more. I am not going to be using any of that here, so let's just make 8 chests. That's perfect, actually, because that's per rack. That's going to be the amount we're going to have. It doesn't look that bad. It could look worse. Yeah, I kind of like that. So at this point as well, we're going to need the item frames. I do have some leather available here that we can actually use, and I'm going to break these down into sticks. 56 sticks, so that's going to give me 7. I'm going to make these item frames, and I'm going to put these down. Now, how many racks am I going to get in here? We're going to have, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and plus there's going to be another 9 on the other side, so that's going to give me 18. So 18 times by 4, that's going to give me in the range of about maybe 75 chests. I think it might be 76, because 18 times 5 is 180. No, it's not, it's 90. It's 90. So it'll be 90 take away 18, which is 80, 82, somewhere there. It's somewhere there. I don't really have any sort of... I'm just doing this on the fly, so don't really know the math right now. But it's going to be somewhere there. The point of it is I'm going to have enough chests to store everything that I really want to in here. And I could even expand downwards and add a ladder if it really got full in here. Honestly, there's going to be no ores or metals in here because they're all in the furnace room where they belong. So in here is mainly going to be things like blocks and items, mob drops, those kind of things. So I don't need lots and lots and lots of stuff. I just need enough chests that I'm going to have enough room to basically store everything I would ever want. Because as you guys know, I do not have plans of staying here forever. I do want to move on and do other things, because it's not always that interesting just to stay in one spot. Now what I'm wondering is, do I want to put wood here like that, or do I want to put stone bricks back here? I definitely know I want to put stone bricks on the back wall. Where's that guy at? Because I want to know where he is in case he paths to me. If I put this here... yeah, that looks fine. I was just curious to see what that might look like. So yeah, that's kind of what we're going for here. And I'll obviously put some stone bricks in there. Like this. And then I'm going to fill it up with chests. I'm going to need another 8 chests again. Which is going to be another one of these. 8 chests. And then I'm going to... Now let's see what 2 racks together look like. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I was going to say I hope I get that back. So now it's everything to the... That doesn't look right. It's meant to be the other way around, isn't it? It's kind of obvious that it's meant to be the other way around. This is why we play with things before I commit to something, because otherwise I'm going to realise it too late and it's all going to be over. But that's okay though. I have plenty of stone bricks and stuff. Man, it takes so long to break these things with this axe. So here we actually want the wood and the stone bricks. Now, I do have cobblestone on me, which is what I'm going to fill this in with, because I want my stone bricks back. Here, I would prefer stone bricks there, actually, because you're going to see that, and then I'm going to want wood up this way. I'm going to fill that in. That's going to drive me insane. And then back here, I'm going to have stone bricks. Oops. Yes, right there. I can save one by putting a cobblestone block down. And put you there. Then I'm going to want... Oops. Stone bricks up the back. Like that. And then a stone brick back there again. Then stone bricks down here. And I'm going to need to tear all this junk out right here. Like so. There we go. Oh, just enough before the axe broke, which is brilliant. So, right here I'm going to want stone bricks up there. I'm going to get these guys back by putting cobblestone in there. And that's going to mean I'm going to have stone bricks here, and then I'm going to make myself an axe in a minute. So we're going to have those there, and then we're going to have chests in here like that. And I've still not fully decided on what material I'm going to use for the ceiling yet. That's kind of undecided as well. No, not that. I guess that I would... Oh, now I've wasted one. Let's go out there and find out where that is and actually build a ladder up there. Oops, that's not ladders, but that is. Let's build a ladder up here. Ah, this is where this is. I'm not too bothered about this, really. We want to do that. And then let's head back in here. Yeah, that looks very nice and neat and tidy. It would be better if that wasn't there, but... I do have iron in my chest, and I do have sticks readily available, so we can use 2 on making an axe, and then 2 on making a new shovel. There we are. Shovel and axe in hand. And now I can actually tear this out. Recover these, and now we're kind of back to where we were, which is great news. So I can put these in here. And now I'm going to put... that will be wood in the front of that, won't it? But we do want stone bricks in the back. And let's get our wood out. Got a bit of lag there, I'm not sure what from. Hoping it's not a zombie pathfinding to me. That will be unpleasant. Put you back, and now I'm going to want one a bit higher, obviously, that I can fill in with the stone bricks. And I'm going to put my item frames actually back. Oh no, that's way too low. That's not going to work. I need to be going up one because the chests weren't open then and we're losing efficiency on that. This is what needs to be tore out, and then we need to put this in here and then that back there, and the same thing over here. I can get that back on the next round. There we are. So that now I can put these actually in, and that needs to be stone bricks. There we go. We can just put these in here like that. That's glitching out. And I can do that. Now that looks much better for me. That looks a lot better. So I'm probably going to work on this a bit off camera, and I'm actually going to get some things loaded up into here. Notably, I think I'm going to make the first chests on the left cobble, so I can move everything. The key is to look as to what is actually being clicked on. I'm going to make the whole first 4 cobblestone. I knew we wouldn't get away with it. I knew that it was going to come back and bite me on the bum. So let's put you back in there, and now I can put all of these things away back in their appropriate home in there. Is there any more cobblestone in here? No, but I do know where there is an awful lot of cobblestone. And I am going to reuse the chests that are already made. I'm not going to just leave them upstairs. And for example, this chest right here I can actually reuse, because rather than waste it, I would prefer to reuse it and then put everything together that way. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in the chest idea that we've got, and then I'm going to work on the lighting setup in here and all that kind of stuff when I get back. So I'm going to work on this, guys, and I will be right back. Alright guys, I'm back, and I've basically finished the storage room. I'm just waiting for this smooth stone to cook up here. I've moved all the chests in my base that I can that are relevant to the storage room actually into it now. And it's kind of a bit of a mess at the moment. As you can see here, I've got some redstone wiring going on, and I'll show you what that does in a moment. But first, I want to get this last repeater hooked up, which is to this particular set of wiring. This is the lights, and I'm really happy with how this has turned out, actually. Now, I'm going to take the torches out here, and it's not yet finished, and we're going to finish it now together. But as you can see, I haven't got all the item frames up, but as you can see, I'm in the storage room, and the lights are on, which makes a lot of sense, because we're using it. Now, if I actually, have I removed all the torches? Yeah, if I actually want to leave the storage room, because I'm now done, I need some stone bricks, wherever they are, right here. Say if I'm done with the storage room, and I don't need it anymore, actually I need slabs here, isn't it? That's it. I'm actually done now. As you can see, I've got what items I want. I can then stand on this. Pretty cool, eh? And because it's slabs, no monsters will actually spawn on this. I made sure everything is slabbed. And if I want to go in the storage room, I just go bloop. And it flips and the lights turn on. So all I need to do is hook up this repeater at the end to give the last lamp a bit of delay. Because the... all these lamps here have a repeater of 4 ticks attached to them to give it that warehouse look. I want to do that here as well. So, whoops, that's the wrong place for that. It doesn't go there, it goes... I can't put it there, can I? I can put it here, and I think this is the only position this will go at. So that should now solve that problem. So the wiring to this isn't crazy or anything, but all it is a quick T flip-flop here, a very small one. 3 repeaters. We've got the pressure plate here and the wiring underneath, and it goes into these 2 repeaters, which when turned on lock this one, but it then gives out a very short pulse, which pushes this block. This is a sticky piston here, pushes this block into this position. There's a redstone torch under there, and because of how quick this pulse is, it actually doesn't grab it back. It's a 1-tick pulse, so we can take advantage of that here. And actually we could see that the redstone is currently in the on position, and then it just runs up the stairs and goes to the lights. So basically all this is from here onwards is just basically a lever, but this is all the T flip-flop is. It's just a set of 3 repeaters, a sticky piston, a block and a redstone torch, and you're away. So by default the torch is meant to be here with the redstone just there, but I needed it inverted because I needed to use it in the opposite way. So all I did to solve that was just move the torch along 1 block. So now all I need to do is kind of seal this room back up how it was, and then I will be basically done in here. I do have all my various bits and pieces, and I think it's going to be a little dark in there, so we want to put... that doesn't belong there. Oh darn it. There needs to be a full block there, and then we need our half slab, which I have plenty more of, so it's not too bad to lose that one. And I also need a full block right there. So there we go. So this is the storage room. Here is eventually going to be an ender chest. You can see I've got a crafting table and a quick furnace in here. I have all the chests. Not everything is labelled yet. I have most things labelled. Cobblestone, wood of different varieties, stone bricks, TNT, clay and hardened clay, dirt, gravel, grass. Now if I run out of room in here, I may merge grass and dirt together. Obsidian, sand, sandstone, that includes all types of sandstone, mossy cobble, redstone based stuff. I guess I can put some of these things away now, and that spare pressure plate as well. Glass, ice, netherrack, glowstone here, soul sand in there. This one's going to be nether brick, wool, empty, pumpkins in here, empty, and all 4 of these are empty as well. And this side is items, so I split it over 2 sides basically. We have blocks and items, so that kind of makes it convenient, and most of the items chests are pretty empty. But in here we've got flint, feathers, buckets, food products, empty. Most of these are empty. I think pretty much all of these are actually. Gas tiers, gunpowder. Gas tiers will actually move, and the gunpowder when we have a brewing room, but that's just kind of handy to have here. We have ender pearls, flint and steels, slime balls, horse armor. Up here we are empty. Got transport goods, records, saddles, Empty, 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 empty. Over here we have rotten flesh, empty, spider eyes, and string. So eventually, more and more things will get added to this storage room as we start and add more and more things around the base here. But I think this is going to do the job for right now. If we do happen to run low on room, I can build a ladder downwards. I'll make sure monsters don't spawn on it, of course. But I will have the option to do that as well. So I'm really happy with how this has turned out. Just a very simple thing to wire as well. Certainly not very complicated. Just a couple of repeaters together and a piston, and bam, you're done. And I think it gives a really nice effect. So now you can actually properly see it working. If I just say, oh, I'm done with the storage room now, you can see all the lights turn off. And if I want to go in, there you are. Now, do take note that with this particular design, it will not automatically switch on if you just stand on the pressure plate. You have to actually step off the pressure plate. So the idea here is, I walk in, and as you can see, the lights go on as I walked from the room. Right here, eventually, if I didn't already say, is going to be an ender chest to have access to that in here as well. But I am actually out of blaze powder, so I can't make one right now. I have enough obsidian. I have 11 pieces of obsidian, so I've got that. So I'm really happy with how this has turned out. Going to be really useful to actually have access to this. Up here is actually just the crawl space for what we've already seen, this stuff. And I think that in here I'm going to have to do some work, because this is all just basically crawl space at this point. There is nothing much here. But I do want to get this wiring kind of covered up, because there could be creepers and stuff wandering around. The brewing stand doesn't really have a place yet, so unfortunately he's just having to kind of just sit there for the time being. But I can take down some of these things now, such as these ladders and stuff. But that is the storage room in a nutshell. Very nice to have that there. Access is very close to the furnace room, so if I need to kind of mix and match with whatever, I do have that option. And I also, before people start panicking, actually finished the bush. Over here I got some leaves. I just sheared one down upstairs on the surface, and I actually grabbed the last leaf I need for there. And I think overall that's been a pretty good job, well done, to be honest. I'm really happy with that. Next episode we are going to be working on starting to bring farms underground, because I need to get those now underground. As you can see, it's basically empty apart from this lonely little workbench, which will probably itself eventually get moved. That workbench is gone. That's now in the storage room. That's been rehomed. And yeah, that's going to be pretty much it. Just need to find a home for the brewing stand now. Brewing room will be coming up very soon, I imagine. But I do want to get the farms done first. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to do. I must admit, one thing I'm really liking about what I do in this world is I'm actually starting to use redstone more. That uses redstone, that uses redstone, and now the storage room is using redstone. I intend to automate some farms with redstone as well. I'm actually really enjoying, for a change, taking advantage of what redstone can do. And while this adds no real point, it just is a nice little effect to have. And I didn't want to go for a full-blown piston solution, because it just causes a lot of lag, whereas this is kind of pretty much lag-free, basically, which is something that I am trying to go for as well. Don't want something that's just going to lag the world out. But there we go, that's the storage room. So I think that's going to be pretty much it for today, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next episode when, as I say, we'll begin to start work on the farms. So until next time, guys, see you later, and have a good day.